They say an eco-friendly house can't be built in 150 days for $150,000, and I say it can. I'm Alan Smith. Join me as I push the limits with time, budget, and creativity with the Garden Home Challenge, exclusively on ehowhome. Okay, Paige, so I know you wanted to meet, and I have a feeling I know what it's all about. Since we're close to the end of the project, I just need to kind of get an idea where we are with things.
Yeah, well, there's the good news and the bad news.
Always is, isn't there?
Right, but the good news is you got a nice big rain out here at the farm, and everything looks good.
Yeah.
And
how much did that cost me?
You know, this is a custom house, and this is your creative juices here on the house. And we started off like most people with a plan.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the plan changes and people adjust to the plan.
A little here, a little there.
A little here and a little there and a little bit more here and a little bit more there. And, you know, that will affect the budget. But
I know you've been keeping me on track and telling me where we're going off and where we're adding. And so how do we do? We're right on the money?
Well, you know, there were a couple things through the project that we talked about heavily. We went back and forth about, and there were things that you just really wanted to keep.
The fireplace. Yeah, I hear you about the fireplace, but the fireplace is a focal point. People have been loving it coming in there. It's a nice design element, and it's going to add a lot of warmth on a cold day.
Yes.
So what's the bottom line, bud?
No, and then, you know, the other thing we talked about were windows. Remember we had the big window debate?
We did.
And we probably could have saved about $3,000 on the windows.
Yeah.
We went over $3,000 on the windows. We probably could have done a freestanding fireplace for $1,200. And, you know, we probably spent around, by the time we bricked it, did everything we did to it, finished it, your surround that's going around, you know, we're probably more like $6,000. And then if we just sheetrock the interior of the house, like normal people do, it's the...
You believe that?
Yeah, I do believe that.
I believe my wood siding was less than sheetrock.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, you have to figure up Tony's labor and Tony Jr.'s labor, and then you have to figure up your time in this project, and then how we finished out, you know, how we'd have to keep taking boards off and moving stuff and repainting and stuff like that. So you probably spend a little extra to have that look, but it's a really nice look.
And makes it very unique.
And it's your look.
Well, it's my look, and all of that wood was harvested right here.
Right. So there were compelling reasons to do that, and it's a great story. But it probably cost a little bit more than we probably thought.
So we're $7,000 over. That's what you're telling me.
We're a little bit more than that. Your final number, as of today, and we're so close to the end. This is a good number.
This could be the last day.
This could be the last day. You're $14,790 over.
14.
Yeah. So that's $164,790.
So what percentage is that over?
It's a little less than 10.
10%.
A little less than 10. And I think
9.5%.
Probably when we were in the middle of this house, we talked about this and we decided that, you know, anywhere between 5 and 10 over on a custom house is pretty normal. So a lot of people need to understand is when you first get started in the house, it starts with the design, and then it continues on by not making hardly any changes at all. Hardly any changes at all. Hardly any changes at all.
So we're $14,000 over.
Yeah. So if we...
You have $14,000 I can borrow?
And it is a custom house.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell that when you go in the door.
I hope I paid for it.
And well, I mean, you know, the detailing and some of the detailing is repurposed stuff.
There was some clever stuff in there.
There is some clever things in there.
There's some clever stuff in there.
That looks like a P. Allen Smith house. And so I think people can take what you've done, and everybody likes to have their own custom house, so they take it and edit it a little bit or change a few things, and they're back to a $150,000 house. So it's still very doable.
Yeah. Well, as long as it helps people understand what their choices are, then I'm cool with it.